What a game. I don't even know what to say. Um, Michigan wins against USC 27-24 at home. First Big Ten game of the year. Our winning streak in the Big Ten continues. We're up to 23 now in the regular season in a row. What a game. This game was close. This game was always evenly matched, basically to the very end. Uh, we scored that touchdown early on in the game with I believe it was Kalel Mullings run, and then we scored again and made it 14-0. And I was like, man, we're on a roll right now. Donovan Edwards had that second rushing touchdown, 14-0. They kick a field goal, USC. They make it 14-3. We don't do anything with the ball for a while. We start to stall. They get the ball back. They try and get in field goal range before halftime. We prevent that. Go into halftime. They get the ball to start the second half. They go right down the field. They score a touchdown. They make it 14-10. And now I'm starting to get nervous. We don't do anything with the ball again. We give them back the ball. Then Will Johnson jumps in front of another great pick six for Will Johnson. He takes it the distance. We miss the extra point, so the score is 20-10. USC gets the ball back. They get all the way down. They get a big run. They just get a big run. They pop off for a big run. They haven't been able to run the ball all game, but the third quarter they were playing really well in the run game. They get all the way down there. We stop them, hold them to fourth down, but on the third and goal, to me it looked like an incomplete pass, but they called it a fumble, picked up by Kenneth Grant, I believe it was, for Michigan, and he's trying to take it back. A USC guy catches up to him, knocks it out of his hand, and takes the ball back. So possession changed. They ended up reviewing it and saying, yes, it was a fumble. Possession changed twice. It was a reset of downs for USC. They were on first down and 10 from, I think, the 30 or whatever it was. They ended up scoring a touchdown off of a wide open pass. The score is 20-17. Again, a lot of back and forth, not a whole lot going on. USC eventually scores off of a 24-yard touchdown after a Donovan Edwards fumble. I don't know what's going on with him. And when it really mattered most, we stopped USC on a 3-and-out. We got the ball back. Kalel Mullings broke off an amazing 63-yard run. We had multiple rushes in this game of 40-plus yards, which we hadn't done it all season. The first three games, we've done it, I think, 3 or 4 times tonight. I think it was 3 times. And Kalel Mullings takes it 63 yards. We run the clock out some more. Eventually, we're fourth and goal on the 1.5-yard line. And Kalel Mullings gets just enough for the score. USC gets the ball back and we take the lead back 27-24. And then we have to hold them with 37 seconds left. And we did. We held them. They actually had a turnover on downs because they were on fourth down and I think 9. They threw a pass and the guy was out of bounds when he caught it. Or he was in bounds when he caught it, but he was just short. They ended up reviewing it and giving it back to Michigan, and we kneeled the ball with 8 seconds left. Absolutely insane game. I was nervous the entire time. Alex Orji made his first official start in this game. Not a good game for him passing, but in terms of what he was supposed to do and what they were giving him an opportunity to do, which was run the football himself and protect the football and don't throw interceptions like Davis Warren did every week. Not only did he didn't throw any touchdowns, but he didn't throw any interceptions. He didn't fumble it. He didn't make absolutely horrible throws that he can't make. He did take a few shots, but they were all incomplete, luckily. And he did what he needed to do. I think he went 7 of 12 for 32 yards passing. This passing game is absolutely abysmal. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's abysmal. Excuse me. Run game, on the other hand, fantastic. Kalel Mullings, I think, had 15 carries for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. The one in the beginning of the game, and then the one at the very end to take the lead back and eventually win. Kalel Mullings played great. Offensive line came in clutch today. They were blocking for Mullings. They were able to run the ball way better. Now, I know they started to run the ball last week pretty good, but it was Arkansas State. Playing USC this week, a much better team, much more talented team, and they ended up pulling it out. And after the way we played last week against Arkansas State, I was not confident going into this game. But we pulled it off somehow. We figured out how to run the football and to take care of the football and did not make major mistakes. We only had, I think, 3 penalties in this game, much better than last week when we had 7 or 8. We had 2 fumbles. One of them was the Kenneth Grant return, and then the other one was Donovan Edwards. Clean that up, obviously, but they leaned on Mullings at the end there, and man, Mullings might be a better running back than Donovan Edwards. I don't know what to say about Donovan Edwards. He's been disappointing this year, just like he was a lot of the time last year. He's an overrated running back, if you ask me. We talk highly of him because of how he played against Ohio State a couple of years ago, and the national championship game, and some Big Ten title game, like big time games, like against Ohio State when he played Iowa in the Big Ten title game in 2021, the Ohio State game 2022, national title game last year is when he popped off and played amazing football. But this year so far, I mean, he did have the big run, the 41-yarder. I think it was a 41-yarder for a touchdown. So, he did get his big run. But other than that, he didn't play all that great. And I don't know. Maybe it's just weird. They don't want to block for him for some reason. But they'll block for Mullings. Maybe it's just because Mullings is just a tougher runner. I don't know. He sheds tackles more often. Kalel Mullings is fantastic. What else? Passing game, I mean, terrible. We didn't have Colston Loveland today. We played Klein, I think his name is, backup tight end, because Loveland got hurt, and then I think Klein ended up getting hurt too. So we're just so thin offensively in the passing game. Nothing Samaj Morgan would take back runs, but no Tyler Morris, I think he's still hurt actually too. So there's just, this game we had to rely and lean on our run game and the defense, and it worked out this week. We'll see how it goes from now on when we're playing games against Oregon. We still got a game against Ohio State, of course, and USC was one of those games that I predicted we would win in the offseason, in the preseason. I never made a Michigan prediction video like I do every year, but my prediction was 9-3, 10-2 kind of a thing, with losses to Texas and Ohio State, or Texas, Oregon, and Ohio State. I gave Oregon as a kind of a toss-up game. USC was kind of the same thing, but I leaned towards us winning. And we did win. But like I said, after the way we've been playing, the Fresno State game, we won by 20, but it just wasn't a great game for us. The Texas game, obviously, you know how that went. We got mollywopped. But Arkansas State, we beat 28-18. I mean, just a weak game all around. Warren threw 3 interceptions. We were lucky we're playing Arkansas State because, but we looked way better today, and my confidence grew a little bit more. I'm still not completely confident in this offense, but we'll see how they do. And this defense gives up a lot of passing yards, it feels like. So everyone's got things to work on. Obviously not a perfect game, but good enough to win it. We did what we needed to do this week. The game plan was simple, and they executed for the most part, and it ended up paying off. They ended up getting the win over USC. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in next week's video after the Minnesota game. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.